I created a podcast about myself using Google's NotebookLM. First off, I just want to show you a sample or have you listen to a sample of what that podcast sounds like so you can see what this tool is capable of. And then I'll show you both how I created it and also some other information about how to use this tool from Google. So first, we're just going to listen for a minute.
Welcome back for another deep dive.
Always fun.
Today we're following Spence's move from Seattle
Okay.
over to Bogota, Colombia.
Wow.
He's going there to teach, and he's documenting everything.
Nice.
But this isn't your typical travel blog.
Right.
We're getting like a real unfiltered look
Yeah.
at what it's like to just settle into a new culture through his YouTube vlog.
Cool.
So we're going to be unpacking
Yeah.
everything,
Okay.
from his arrival jitters
Mhm.
to his observations about Colombian classrooms.
Fun.
What's so fascinating to me is how Spence is documenting all this,
Yeah.
this whole journey.
Uh-huh.
You really get to see that emotional roller coaster of what it's like to move abroad,
Yeah.
from that like anticipation.
If you couldn't tell, the information is pulled from my YouTube videos that I went over here to my YouTube channel, and I just took five of my video blogs and uploaded them into the tool, and those are the sources, and then it uses that source material to create that audio overview. So if we come over here to a new notebook, we can see that we have the ability to upload a file. So we could take like a PDF or an MP3 file. We can use Google Drive to upload a document. We can copy and paste some text. And then we also have the ability to just pull from a link. So we can use either a website or like I did, we can use a YouTube video. So I want to show you another example that I used a lesson plan from Lingoda. That this is the slides from the lesson. It's called "What's Your Opinion on Video Games?" And it goes through and it just talks about video games, but it also introduces some key vocabulary for language learners. When I uploaded it, it gave me the summary like before. So it tells me what it's about. But then I can come in and I can use the chat feature to ask a question. So like here I asked it, what's the key vocabulary for this lesson? Hand-eye coordination, multitasking. I asked it to translate the vocabulary into Spanish. It gives me the translations of those words. And then I can even ask it, what are the key grammar points from this lesson? And it goes through and it says modal verbs, present tense, conditional sentences. So it gives me a breakdown of the core concepts that are being covered in that document. And I can ask it, obviously, other questions to get more information about that PowerPoint. So this could be really useful for a student if they got the lecture notes or the PowerPoint from their teacher. This can also be a useful tool for professionals if you're working with like a dense report. Like in this case, I have a report on international humanitarian law from the International Committee of the Red Cross, Red Crescent. And so if we come in here, this is the report. It's 88 pages long, so very long, very dense. When I come over to the Notebook LM, it gives me the ability to create an FAQ, a study guide, a table of contents. We can look at and we can see like here, how does IHL apply in situations like proxy warfare? We can look at and we can see, the overview of the information. So a variety of different tools. And then there's also the audio overview again. In this case, it's an 88-page report, so it's a lot longer of an audio file. It's 40 minutes long, but we'll just listen to a quick sample so you can see how they approach a really dense and challenging subject, and how that's kind of different than the way that they approach the vlog information.
Welcome back, everyone, to the deep dive. This time we're going deep on international humanitarian law.
IHL.
IHL, exactly, with
With a pretty hefty
a hefty report. Yeah,
from
sure.
a ICRC, the International Committee of the Red Cross,
Yes.
International Humanitarian Law, and the Challenges of Contemporary Armed Conflicts.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
But we're gonna like
We're going to break it down.
break it down. Yeah, try
Make it digestible.
yeah, and think about like
especially learners
Yeah.
who are just coming to this.
What are the key takeaways?
Yeah,
If you want to get a sense of IHL,
where it
how it's
is,
being challenged,
and why it matters now more than ever.
this is it.
This is the deep dive for you.
We'll touch.
So as you can see, in the audio overview, they're talking about the key takeaways. They're acknowledging that this is, a really challenging topic. And then they're going to go through and they're going to look at the different aspects of the report and kind of pull it apart to help give an overview of what that information contains. Now, the next one that I want to show you is some information about Dr. Stephen Krashen. Stephen Krashen, he's very well renowned within the language learning community and within linguistics. He talks a lot about language acquisition. In this case, I wanted to use that feature where we can pull in a website. And so what I did is I went to his website, found an article that he had written about the comprehension hypothesis, and this is 16 pages. So I input that down at the bottom. And then I also went to YouTube and I found 5 videos that he's done where he talks about his ideas and his concepts. And I put those into it too. Now, I'll show you one other feature, which is that with that audio overview, when we come in and we create an audio overview, we can say, like focus on the Spanish language or focus on learning Spanish. So we can kind of guide the way that the audio overview is created. In this case, that's what I did is I had it focus in more on Spanish learning than on other languages. And so we can just quickly listen to what that looks like and how that prompt guides that conversation in a slightly different direction.
All right, get ready because we're going deep today into the world of language learning, specifically for those of you out there trying to learn Spanish. We've got tons of insights from Dr. Stephen Krashen. He's like a total rock star in the world of linguistics.
Yeah.
His interviews and lectures, they're seriously packed with those light bulb moments that could totally change how you think about learning Spanish.
You know, one of the things that's so cool about Dr. Krashen's work is that it really challenges a lot of those old school ideas about learning languages. He goes deep into how we naturally pick up languages, like focusing on understanding instead of memorizing, which is especially relevant for you since you're taking on Spanish.
Yeah, I'm all about ditching those snooze fest textbooks. So let's jump into one.
So as you can see in this audio overview, one of the podcast hosts is actually supposedly learning Spanish. So kind of offering a little bit of a gateway into seeing how the information is covered when we give it that little prompt to guide it in a slightly different direction. I'll leave in the description down below access to this audio file that you can download it. But in my case, I'm just going to create a public access link. So I'll put that in the description of the video. I'll also put access to the Red Cross report so you can kind of hear how they approach that material. And then we can also go through and we can listen to Dr. Krashen. I will say, for me, this was just kind of be amusing, the audio overview about myself, but there were a couple little hallucinations. Mostly it was accurate. It said that I was able to put laundry inside of my refrigerator. It's actually a secret compartment in my kitchen for doing laundry. It said that Crocs are a fashion faux pas. Obviously, it's wrong about that one. And it did far too much emphasis about me losing a chess match against Alejandro here in Bogota. So those were the only things that I saw that I thought were a little off in its description of the videos, but everything else seemed to be pretty accurate. I was really impressed with what it was able to do. Hopefully you found this video interesting. Hopefully you find this tool useful, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.